2024 has kicked off in a big way for the CEW Network, and here is everything that happened in January. So we kick off with the end of year award show, a celebration of everything that CEW wrestlers were able to accomplish within 2023. Awards were handed out, history was made as Christine Rosario became the first ever women's wrestler to walk away with Wrestler of the Year, and many a career and many a statement was made within that show, starting off with Kenichi Hikaru picking up a major win over Joshua Walker, letting everybody know that 2024 is looking like it's going to be the year of Controller Tav and Kenichi Hikaru. We had the partner promotion battle royal where Diego Escara of REW was able to walk away with the win, and we'll talk about what he used his title shot for a little bit later on. And in our big main event of the night, Rua Katastarismoi was able to walk away with the Network Championship, defending it for the first time against Jody Grimes and Nida Animic. But afterwards, 5 women made their claims to the Network Championship. Amy Sutton, Trish Renee, Alexis Nova, Jade Young, and Luna Olsen, which then set up a huge 6-woman Apollo's Ascent match, which is just a 6-pack challenge, and when we get down to the final 2, it's a ladder match for the Network Championship. And after that, Peyton Kemp decided to stay around a little bit later on to try and make a major announcement regarding something going on within CEW, but he was interrupted by Adam Adams, who had lost the All-Day Championship at the end of your award show to Billy Zunner before Billy Zunner lost the belt to Christina Dean, who became the first ever women's wrestler to win the All-Day Championship. That then brings us over the divide to EPW, where they hosted their first full-blown Wednesday Night Warzone show on the CEW Network. We'll start off with the European Championship match. Arlo Newman, battered and bruised from earlier on, from open challenge night by the hands of his opponent, Timo Schreiber. And it looked as though Timo Schreiber was going to capture the European Championship, but Arlo, with help from WCD, was able to retain. He was then ambushed by Max Drake, and just when it looked like Max Drake was going to walk away with a major statement on the European champion, Aiden Bennett showed up for the first time on the CEW Network in 5 years, making his EPW debut. We don't know what he's doing there yet, but I'm sure we'll have our answers very, very soon. That then brought us to a fatal 4-way match where the winner earned themselves a EPW Women's World title shot at We Are EPW between Amara Levi, Rita Caravea, Tori Manson, and Marie Gardet. This descended into chaos. Tori Manson and Marie Gardet fought up the ramp, which then allowed Amara Levi to roll up Rita Caravea, and Amara Levi has herself a shot at the Women's World Championship at EPW's biggest show, We Are EPW. We then swiftly moved over to the Network Championship as Rua scored herself defense number 2 of the Network Championship, defending against Eliza Stone in a fantastic match. We then had a Women's World Championship open challenge as Sky Simmons threw out a challenge to anybody, and Melissa Berg showed up. It looked like we saw a ghost. It's been the first time in about 2 to 3 years that we've seen Melissa Berg. She did really, really well, but was unable to capture the championship. Sky retains, so we know that it will be Sky Simmons versus Amara Levi at We Are EPW, which should be a fantastic match. We had an Ace Fulton and Avros Yelligan face-to-face where very heated things were said, and it ended with Ace Fulton super kicking Avros Yelligan after telling him to try and stop him from doing what he's currently doing. And that then brings us to the main event and arguably the most shocking moment of the month. Bullet Holland wanted the EPW World Heavyweight Championship, and he was going to look to do anything it took to defeat Derek Alpha to get it done. Who would have thought that they would have brought in a new member of Empire to get it done? Earlier on in the night, throughout the night, Dustin Lee and Jason Zano, they've been having their little heated discussion after Alex Blade sowed the seeds that Dustin Lee might be looking to join Empire International. Jason Zander was taken out just before the Women's World Championship match, and it looked as though Dustin Lee came down to even the odds for Derek Alpha, until Dustin Lee attacked Derek Alpha, threw him back into the ring, and allowed Bullet Holland to walk away with the EPW World Championship. Empire International now hold the top gold within EPW. That then brings us to Open Challenge Night 9. This was a wild show. We start off the show with Rua Katastarismoi defending the Network Championship for a third time, this time against Deborah Glass, and this was a relatively one-sided match. Deborah got some moments in, but Rua is looking to make a statement ahead of Invictus. Ryan Shamrock defended the Intercontinental Championship in an absolute barn burner. We thought it was just going to be Luigiano Necci, but then out came Samuel Clark. And for the first time in Open Challenge Night history, we had ourselves a triple threat match for a championship. Both challengers looked like they could have won the belt, but Shamrock proving once again why he is the workhorse and why he is the one to watch in 2024, retaining the Intercontinental Championship. And Alex Blade came out flaunting his REW Internet Championship and wrestled for the first time on CEW Network television in just over a year, I believe, and he defended that REW Internet Championship against Trevor Stevens of British Rebellion. Trevor almost got the win, he almost got it done, but Madison Ace distracted him one too many times, and Alex Blade was able to walk away with a roll-up victory. Which then brings us to the main event, and once again, another fantastic match. Mayu Shigata defending the Women's World Championship against Kimberly Casanova, flanked by Daniel King. It seems as though we might have a new client in the King's cabinet. This was a fantastic match. Kimberly Casanova almost picking up the Women's World Championship, but Mayu Shigata proving that she is more than ready for Invictus, more than ready for the Invictus Games match, and that is going to be something to watch in February. We then had the announcement of the All-Day Rumble, Christina Dean defending against 19 other women in a Royal Rumble match. And Christina Dean, she came out at number 17, but couldn't get it done, eliminated by Jane G, who then got eliminated by Toni Kross, who then got eliminated by the winner, Kendall Connors. So 3 All-Day Championship changes within the Rumble. But wait, there's more. Madison Ace rolls up Kendall Connors and walks away with the All-Day Championship. Which then brings us to the final thing of the month, Open Challenge Night 10. An absolutely crazy show. We start things off with the REW Internet Championship. Alex Blade defending against Vicious Vic Swagger, flanked by his young boy Dexter Drummond. This was a fun little matchup. Vic Swagger almost getting the win, but once again, you're not just wrestling Alex Blade, you're wrestling Empire International, the Pain Foundation. Distraction, Blade Runner 2.0, Alex Blade walks away with the win. He then announces that Madison Ace has handed over the All-Day Championship to Alex Blade. Alex Blade is now the All-Day Champion, and he's putting up that belt on the line right here, right now, against Empire's Robbie Emmett. A setup from the get-go, and Robbie Emmett with one forearm walks away with the All-Day Championship. Also, he fought until Dexter Drummond steps up and rolls him up and takes the belt. Dexter celebrates with Vic Swagger, but as all young boys should, they learned a lesson from their mentor. Vic Swagger rolls up Dexter Drummond, walks away with the belt, and is able to fight off the fisherman himself, the flying mackerel, Paxton Fisher, to walk away with the All-Day Championship. We then move on to Rua's 4th defense in 1 month. Not wasting any time. She's proving a point heading into Invictus as she went over to DCW to defend against Talia Velvet, a standout from the All-Day Rumble. This was a great matchup. Rua picking up her 4th defense and proving that she is more than ready for Apollo's Ascent. But are all of these defenses doing something? Are they going to take a toll on her? We're going to find out. We had Byron Poland show up, unannounced, and basically admitted that everything that was going on with the whole rumors of Evan Poland and Jeff Riley being his tag partners for Invictus were all fabrications to see what Operation Gold would do. And now that Hunter Bryce has put his hands on Evan, Byron wants to turn that man into a vegetable. And in the main event, The oddball pairing of David Creed and Braxton Myers defend the World Tag Team Championships against Diego Escara, cashing in his partner promotion Battle Royal shot and teaming with Kinito Suzuki. Creed and Myers picking up the win in a, like I said, a fantastic matchup, but it's what happened afterwards. That final image of the month that is arguably the most shocking. Kinito and Diego, they were celebrating, they were having a great time, and then all of a sudden, out comes Darius Rascon, hits Diego with the Rascon drop, and when it just looks like Kinito is finally going to stand up to Darius, he hits Diego with the pedigree. He looks conflicted, but he walks away with Darius. And that, my friends, was the rundown of the month.